welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have all been giving me. And today's gonna be different. Today's gonna be fun. You know, I am bringing to you the conversation of the year, the anniversary conversation. It shouldn't be called an anniversary conversation, but we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so without further ado, let's get to the video. But before we go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, please, and thank you. Interaction is really important, and I want y'all to interact with me. So yeah, let's go now. All right, you guys. So do you want me to start, or are you gonna take it away? Okay. He threw me the.
Everybody likes to hear me talk.
He threw me the ball. All right. So this is for all the people who had something negative to say about me getting married. I made it. I sure did. God helped me make it. And I understand the negative connotation behind getting married while you're young, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. But what I want to say right now, right, is I remember an instance where my mom thought it was okay to come to me telling me, people in our country is sitting there talking about me, saying, how can I allow you to get married? And let me tell you something. I was not gonna be shacking up with no man. Okay, I did not get pregnant at the age of 16 or 14 because I had my head on my shoulders, and they still are, as you can see, you know, biologically and technically. You know, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna secure myself, all right? And that is getting into a relationship with a man, seeing where his head is at, and taking it to the next level. I'm not wasting my time. So instead of sitting there taking my name and dragging Stinker Road, all y'all had to say was, you know what, I'm really proud that she decided to do something with herself by getting a partner and going through life. Let me tell you something. I got married young. I'm sorry, this is gonna come out a little bit rough, but I got married young so that I could figure it out. What the hell I look like 40 years old in a toxic marriage?
Okay.
In a toxic marriage, saying, God damn, I gotta stay now because my biological clock done ticked till it's about to be broken. And then I have to figure out, like, damn, do I really want to stay here? But then, damn, my eggs are, like, you know, getting ready to go through the disintegrator, and they may not work anymore. Do I want to think about that at 40? Heck no. I'm gonna get married at 20 to John, and if John and I don't work out, I'll figure it out within like my 1st through 5th year. And if it doesn't work out, I still have more years to figure it out. So that's why I did that. So what y'all had to say was congratulations. Or if you don't have nothing nice to say, like they tell you, hush your mouth. All right? That's the only thing that stuck with me. Like, oh, why are you doing that? Go ahead.
To be honest, yeah, I asked for this.
No, for real, like, you know, actually they didn't. I kind of told them that I was going to come talk about it. But yeah. You know, so just say congratulations. And that's just one of the things that stuck with me, because it's just like,
Shout
first of
out
all,
to the people that did say congratulations.
Thank you to everyone who did say congratulations, like Andrew said. But for the rest of you guys, you know, y'all don't. Let me tell you something.
Tell them.
In order to have a successful life, you need to be able to be free, to where you're living your life for God and God only. Yes, people are going to say things, and honestly, what really counts is the way you react to them. So I just kind of looked at her and laughed like, sweetheart, Mom, I love you, but you did not influence me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I had my plan, and I was going to execute, whether you like it or not. And I think I did the right thing, you know? But on the flip side, I think I did the right thing getting married young. Boy, it ain't all peaches and cream. This is what I'm here to tell y'all. It ain't all peaches and cream. You can find you the most perfect man to go through life with, but there are going to be trials and tribulations, which is what I'm going to talk. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So upon getting married, we moved here to Texas. And a lot of you guys know I graduated my bachelor's. Yes, I graduated before getting married. And things were hard for me, and I was very vocal about that. It's all on my channel. And you know, Andrew's hair had to pull his weight as a man. But because society does not prepare men for marriage, and they spend all their time trying to tell you, oh, be a good wife, you need to cook clean, and make sure your husband got something to eat, like, no. Okay, so they sit there putting all the emphasis on women to get themselves ready for marriage, but the man is kind of like, oh, when Jack gets into it, Jack will figure it out. And Jack don't figure it out. And a lot of times it's up to the women to kind of parent that man in a way. And I'm sorry, for lack of better terminology, that's what it is. And this is where I take the time to blame parents for not, molding their boys into what they have to be in a marriage.
Man.
Because Andrews came into the marriage and he had to pull 100% of the weight. Not saying that he has to, but he was pulling 100% of the weight because I didn't have a job. And I was not going to be working at no McDonald's, even though someone over here decided that, oh, well, if you ain't going to have a job in 2 months, then you need to apply to work at McDonald's.
Excuse me?
Say you didn't say that.
I did not say that.
Y'all, I went on an interview for Volkswagen.
Okay, Volkswagen.
I went on an interview at Volkswagen.
McDonald's? Sis, you got a bachelor's experience, 5+ years. McDonald's?
You guys, I went on an interview for Volkswagen.
For Volkswagen,
They
that's a car
told
dealership.
me they were going to call me back, right? This is me on my way even though I didn't have a job, I had a job because Andrews took me to work with him several times.
Give me 1 second. Do this. Do this. Do this. This is you waiting. Go like that. This is you waiting for that phone call from Volkswagen.
Listen, if a company says I'm going to call you back, I don't feel like it is my responsibility to call them back after I did the interview. And then I already told you, like,
What about the guy you interviewed and you didn't call him back?
I did call him back. I called him back. I just didn't tell him that, he got the job because his ability. So.
Did they tell you?
What do you mean?
Volkswagen.
Okay. Back on track. I'm sorry, y'all. So, Volkswagen told me they were going to call me back. But while I was on that interview, I feel like the guy was completely, not into it. Like, it doesn't matter what I said to him. He was just closed off. He was on his phone, checking his watch a lot of times. And that sent a non-verbal message to me, which is, I'm not interested in you. And then he asked me the question, like, oh, what is your husband going to say about you working long hours? So I'm like, well, he works long hours, so it doesn't really matter to me. Shoot, money is money. And he was like, okay, no problem. We'll give you a call when we make a decision. I was like, okay, cool. So he told me it was going to be like 2-3 days before he called me back. And then I realized he didn't call me back. So that obviously meant I didn't get the job. So what am I even fretting for? Andrews is in the car. Andrews.
You can tell him
Andrews.
McDonald's was a lie.
Andrews is in the car. I can tell him what?
You can tell him McDonald's was a lie.
McDonald's is not a lie because I'm telling y'all the story right now. Andrew sat there and was like, you need to call those people back. I was like, why? He told me he was going to call me. Then he goes, you know what? Gets upset. Oh, you need to call them back and ask them what's the progress of your application. Otherwise, you're going to apply at McDonald's in 2 months. Or find a job within 2 months. Otherwise, you're going to apply to be working at McDonald's. Bye.
Cap. Y'all see this?
That's what
Cap.
you said.
Okay.
Okay,
Prove it.
what? How can I prove it?
Exactly.
So here we have a man talking about if you don't have no receipts to prove your claim, then it's false. And it's not false. I'm not going to sit in the faces of a million of you, speaking into existence, a million of you lying, okay? It makes absolutely no sense. So he said, yeah, well, you're going to have to apply to work at McDonald's.
I didn't say that.
So tell him what you said.
You got to get a job, so you got to help me out. That's what I said.
He said, you have to get a job in 2 months, otherwise you're going to apply to work at McDonald's.
I don't know where that came in.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Let me down.
Oh, you enjoying this? All right, so
Flipping fries. A degree?
that's what he said.
Flipping fries?
That's what he said. And a lot of the times he sat there talking about, oh yeah, you got a degree, but I got a job. Like, who's winning that?
I said that one. But you see, I fess up. When I said something, I fess up. It was just because she would clown me for not having a degree. So let's just.
Yeah, but
interject.
it's like you
Let's
basically
interject.
kicked me at my lowest. Don't you dare. Oh, I got a job, but and then, get this, right? So it's not like I wasn't trying or I wasn't willing to pull the weight or I was sitting there trying to figure out like, oh, I got a husband. I just got to cross my legs and then he'll take care of me.
Mad resumes.
I sat there and I sat there to applications. I sat there and sent out a lot of applications, and then Andrews was like, you know what? Maybe it's you. Maybe you're not applying right. So I'm gonna try to help you out find a job, right? So this man took the computer and decided that he was gonna find me a job as a patient sitter.
Okay. At
So
the time,
you see
this
how
is not even
you
an
see.
anniversary thing. We're talking about the. She wanted to be in a hospital. I found a job online that said that it grew into different positions in the hospital.
Because I have time.
You would have to take care of patients, and most of them would be elderly in the hospitals. There's mostly elderly people in the hospitals. But you would have to be a bedside, assistant. Like, whenever somebody, dee-dee, I need help, that you would go. And that's something that she wanted at the time.
No.
She wanted to work at a hospital.
Yes, not as a patient sitter.
Eventually grow up like you
Because I had
grew
time.
up in
Because I
other.
had time.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, he found me a job as a patient sitter, y'all. Between me saying, hey, I got a bachelor's degree, I need something full time, I need to, like, I did say
Or
I
gone
wanted
to that interview as that and be like, yo, but you know, I'm actually this qualified, this third and that third. And they'll be like, yo, you know what? We have another position available. Let's
they
try
do
that out.
Because they do that here. Let me tell you guys something, right? I thought in my hearts of hearts that I was qualified to acquire a lot of the jobs here. And I still feel like I'm qualified to do a lot of the jobs here. However, they just keep asking you for more stuff. Like, you have what you have, and then they're like, well, you need to get a CPR certification. You go get the CPR certification, they're like, oh, well, now you need like a crisis intervention certification. And it's just like never ending. So by the time you
It's very discouraging.
Yeah.
Kudos to you if you did all that and
made it or
made it,
still don't have a job and you're fighting.
There was a lot.
I want you to know, like, you know, there's always hope. Don't give up, you know, because these people really sit there and make you want to contemplate.
The world.
And
They want the world, and they don't realize that we weren't handed it.
yeah, they want you to freaking kill yourself by being depressed because they keep asking you to get more and more stuff, and by the time you look back, it's like you're already 30, you know, trying to figure it out, and it doesn't work. So yeah, New York has more opportunities than here in Texas because I feel like they just want too much over here. And so that was us with the job situation, and it just started getting like weirder and weirder and more insulting and more like, it was just super disrespectful because I started getting attacks from what?
No, I'm just trying to get that off your chest.
But I started getting attacked from
like, we've been married a year. That was 10 months ago.
his family members. And then my family members were just like in the background, just looking at it all. Because I will always be vocal about what's happening. God forbid I woke up one morning and said, you know what, I don't want to be in a situation anymore. I don't want anyone to call me a liar. And so I'm always vocal. If Andrew does something, I'm going to always tell you guys because he needs to do better and know how to do better. And even if given that information to be better and he chooses something else, then he has to suffer the consequences for that as well. That's how I feel. And like I said, it was very hard in the beginning, and I'm just like, yo, what did I do? Like, did I really sit there and commit it to a person for the rest of my life? Meanwhile, y'all, I only know this man for 3 years, you know, and I believe in my heart of heart that someone knows if they want to marry you or not within the first 6 months. And I did. Like, I saw him and I was like, you know what, like, I don't want to be in a relationship with another person, you know, because I've been through a lot. No, for real. I don't want to be in a relationship with another person because I really I've been through a lot. And I feel like I gave the best of myself.
You didn't want to be in a relationship with another person because you were tired of dating or because you liked me?
I was tired of dating. I was tired of getting my heart broken. I was growing broke on these men, and I needed to be taken care of. I'm so sorry. I liked you, but you know, you had to, you know, fight to get here. Then you finally got here, and I had to warm up myself in order to accept love in a form that it was given to me from this man. And he really did try, you know. But one problem I did see, and I pointed it out to him, like, yo, bro, you're a perfect person. I absolutely love you. But I got this one issue. Are you going to be able to provide for me? And look the people in their face and say, if I asked you that or not. Because I did. What are you doing?
I'm pulling up receipts.
Oh, okay, well, give him a second while he tries to do some research. But I was like, you know, I love you and everything, but are you going to be able to provide for me? Because I need to know that if you want to go 100% with this situation or whatever we got going on, you need to be able to provide for me as a man, because that's what you have to do. And regardless of what society says right now about men being able to provide, or men shouldn't have to do this and men shouldn't have to do that, That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. One thing I do want to say though, in regards to like women and being like housewives or, you know, doing their womanly duties, it's like if a woman is working, you cannot expect all of that to come from her. I am so sorry. She's not a robot. I am not Superwoman. And y'all women need to slow down. Like, give that man some responsibility too. What the hell you mean? You're not paying all the bills? Then you don't deserve to eat every day or every time you want to eat. That's not how that works. My body's tired, okay? And I'm not gonna sit here dragging and killing myself while all you feel like, oh, all I have to do is provide by paying the bills, and then you pay the rest of it, and then we figure it out. No, if I'm working as hard as you, the responsibility has to be split. It has to be down the middle, or, you know, try to find some kind of compromise, but I will not be doing everything. What?
So you had told me, because we started dating in December of 2017, January, February, March, April, May, June.
Mm-hmm.
July.
Mm-hmm.
In the first 6 months of dating somebody you know you want to be with them forever,
Mm-hmm.
this is where I was. And what was you trying to do back then? Break up with me. Receipts, people. Receipts.
You guys, Andrew's dad told him to come since we want to be 100.
Nah,
No, since we want to be
you gotta make the video
100%.
mad long.
That's fine. If we want to be 100% clear, honest, and concise, as I spoke to you before beginning filming this video, we will do it. In the 6 months that we've been together, Andrew decides on the 6th month, right, that he was gonna go to Ecuador because his father needed help. This man, I don't see the help that he went for, but he did, and then he couldn't communicate with me because of whatever reason.
Every day.
At certain
Every
times,
day.
because the service over there was really bad. I do give you that. The service was really bad.
Every
over
day
there.
though?
What do you mean every day?
Every day that I hit you up?
Listen, yes, he did hit me up every day.
Okay.
But some days I just felt like,
Body
you know,
give you the...
some days it was just too much. Like, I can't do it no more. And I didn't completely break up with him. When we came back, I was like,
wanted to. Had to come back earlier, pay an earlier flight ticket to come back because she was... No. That close to breaking up with me.
If anyone understands the nuances of this story, I'm pretty sure y'all will agree with me on why I wanted to even end the situation.
A man going out to help out his family.
His family, you put your family before me in that time.
In a relationship, I wasn't putting him before you. I was just, oh, he needs my help now. I'll come
But I
back.
needed your help now to be there to love me.
Every day.
Every single day, every single hour.
Day,
but
I
you
would
weren't
be
there
checked.
in the flesh. I needed you there in the flesh. Now I'm just joking. I don't know what happened or why I started feeling that way.
Joking.
I don't know what happened or why I started feeling that way on wanting to leave him, but it was too much. I couldn't handle it. And so he booked a flight to come back early, and I was just like, bro, why did you do that? Like, why did you do that?
Now I just gotta break up with you earlier.
For real, like, no, I'm joking. But, I don't know, like, I contemplated it a lot of the times, like, yo, did I really get married to this man? Is it really worth it? Is he the person God wanted me to be with? Because his verbal abuse was on level 100, okay? And I
You're
wouldn't...
painting me out to be a monster.